The starting point of drawing the nose is always the ball of the nose, the center point where the roundness is. So we start off looking at the ball of the nose, looking at how the cartilage moves down towards the nostril, edge of the nostril moving around that volume to the side, up around that cushion area to the cartilage, looking at the angle from the one nostril to the other, building the roundness, size and angles to the edge, moving up around the bridge of the nose up to the bend of the nose where the level of the eyes are. On a different nose, again, ball of the nose, a small little circle starting off with the cartilage, center point moving around to the edge of the nostril, volume moving around from the bottom to the top around the bend of that nostril to the bend of the nose, up, around, and back down to the other nostril on the furthest point, volume on the side, and up to the bridge of the nose. It is important to realize that each person is different and each nose is different. But the ball of the nose is important to start off with because from here we can determine how that cartilage moves down to the bottom part of the nose, around the nostril, how the volume moves across the bridge on the nose to the edge of the nose, cushion, around to the cartilage to the bridge of the nose, and back up to the bend. It is important to realize that if the nose from the side is shown and from the bottom where there's very little information, the circle is the guiding point to see the volume and size, nostrils to the edge, meeting point to the bottom, around that volume on the edge of the nostril, moving back into that circle you've identified where the cushion and cartilage is, up to the bridge of the nose. These structural points guide us when we do tonal value. And in this instance, when the nose is from the side, again, ball of the nose, little circle, angle from the edge to the bottom part of the nostril, edge of the nostril, cushion area at the edge of the nose, moving across back into the cushion area adjacent to the cartilage of the nose to the center point, and moving back up to the bridge and bend of the nose. If we start to look at the structural points of drawing the nose, again, looking at the circle, starting point on the edge, angle pulling down to the fulcrum, which is the center point from where the nose is attached to the lip. From there, nostril, volume around that nostril and up to the cushion and bridge of the nose, and on this angle, a slight end of the nostril on the furthest point. On a different angle again, looking at the ball of the nose, structure from the ball of the nose down to the center, to the nostril, edge of the volume of the nose, back up and around the cartilage and bridge of the nose. Again, each nose is different, so it is important to look at what the structures are and what the volumes are that one sees. Slightly from the side, again, the nose structure pulling down from the front, around the nostril, volume to the edge, up around the turning point of the nostril to the front part of the bridge of the nose and back up to the bend. What a lot of people forget to do when they start to draw the nose is by drawing the structure of the nose and moving down to the nostril, they forget to indicate the nostril on the bottom to have a double line. Some people forget and just have one single line, but remember, it is a fleshy area and it is round. So you need to have a double line to indicate the turning point, as you would, for example, drawing the eye to have a top lid and bottom lid. Again, drawing the nose here from the side, center point of the nose, ball, edge to the nostril, around the cushion area and bridge of the nose. These structural lines guide us to indicate where and how our tonal value ought to be placed. Starting off very light, we can start to indicate an estimate of tonal values from the turning point on the ball of the nose down to the center part of the nose towards the opening of where the darkest points would be of the actual nostrils. And again, these lines guide us to know the turning points and roundness and direction our lines need to move. Again, ball of the nose, moving back down, edge of the nostril around to the bridge. With this angle of the nose, which is slightly sharper, moving downward, the nostrils is slightly more flattened, but yet again, the bottom parts do have a double line to indicate volume of the nostrils. With this nose drawing over here, the nose angle is slightly higher, angle of the nostril moving downward a little bit more, building up the volume, moving across the turning point on the nose towards the bridge. Turning point on the nose, One angle of the nostril always relates to the other angle of the nostril on the turning points, moving around towards the edge of the nose, towards the bridge. Again, turning points, volumes, and angles are what is important when drawing the nose. Always remember drawing the ball of the nose, from the ball of the nose, moving down to the nostril. High point of the one nostril will always relate, if one is able to see the other one, towards the other nostril. Turning point from the nostril around the volume and tonal value you see around the nostril, on adjacent point on the turning point of the darkest point, from the opening towards the furthest point on the nose, round volume towards the actual cushion area closest to the cartilage of the ball of the nose, which will then move towards the top part of the nose, which is where the bridge is, moving upward towards the bend where the level of the eyes are. So always remember, ball of the nose, nostrils pulling down, edge of the nostrils, volume around to the edges, moving back up to the cushion areas closest to the cartilage of the ball of the nose, moving up to the bridge.